And finally this week, we met Lizzie Carr, a woman on a mission to save the planet, one piece of plastic at a time.
80% of marine debris starts inland, in our canals, in our rivers, before eventually it flows out into the oceans. Plastic Patrol is my nationwide campaign to rid our waterways of plastic pollution by getting people out paddleboarding, out on the water and clearing up plastics as they go. When I was 25, I was diagnosed with cancer, and it was after that actually that I then took up paddleboarding. I saw somebody on a beach just paddling along and thought, oh, I'd really like to do that. It looks quite calming and quite peaceful. It wasn't until I came back where I live and started paddleboarding on the waterways that I really started to realise the issue that we were facing with plastic pollution.
We've got a bird's nest here and it's made up of loads of pieces of plastic. There's a pair of pants just over there as well. It's pretty disgusting, isn't it?
At a Plastic Patrol clean-up, we'll get people out on the water on paddleboards, armed with a litter picker, and every time they see a piece of plastic, pick it up and put it in their basket.
Paddles float, litter pickers sink, so if you're going to save anything, please save the litter pick. Oh, what have we got, Melanie? I am the bag lady. It's disgusting.
Sometimes we'll have the board so full of rubbish we'll end up sitting on what we find.
Oh, it's so heavy! Pete!
Earlier this year, I became the first woman to solo paddleboard across the English Channel. It was 24 miles, it took me about 7.5 hours, but every fourth mile I'd collected water samples, which I then had analysed afterwards.
There's plastic in there, isn't there?
Yep.
Every single sample that I collected had microplastics within it, hundreds of tiny pieces that actually you can't see with your naked eye, but that's what birds and fish will eat and how it ends up in the human food chain. If that's not a reason enough for people to want to make a change and tackle this issue, then I don't know what is.
Why go through the effort of putting dog poo in a bag and then dropping it in the canal?
My ultimate goal, my mission, is to rid the world of single-use plastics. Everyone can contribute meaningfully in some way, so your morning takeaway coffee on your way to work, buy a reusable cup, don't use plastic bags, stop drinking from plastic water bottles, get a reusable water bottle. There's so many small things that people can do.
It's dirty work, isn't it?
I started paddleboarding as a way of restoring my strength and fitness after my cancer diagnosis. So I suppose for me it's about giving something back to the place that restored my health and restoring the health of the waterways.
Teamwork, ladies.
Thank you, Russell Howard, for highlighting Plastic Patrol. Hopefully you've seen from our experience today just how bad this problem is and what it means and why it's so important to get behind it. So if you and your audience can do anything you can to support it, that would be amazing.
There we go. What a ledge. As always, tweet us your good deeds using the hashtag #RHDeeds, and I'll put my favourites on the show.